call me a racist?
Oh my god, it is episode 135?
135.
Yes. Of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Wow. 135.
Woo.
I'm sick.
Oh, no.
Dude, I started getting sick on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. No, you started getting sick on Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah.
I thought it was Saturday.
Yeah.
My sister came.
I know the exact moment when you started getting sick.
Dude, everybody does. Everybody in that godforsaken bar does.
Yeah.
So my sister came to visit New York on Thursday.
Yeah.
I was working. I almost dropped a hot plate of pasta. What was I? Oh, she. So I'm a little foggy headed. Is that a term?
Foggy headed?
Foggy headed, yeah.
No. It would be, you would just say foggy.
But you wouldn't know like what I meant if I said foggy headed.
Yeah, I know.
But in your head, you would think, what a fucking retard.
I'd be like, ass idiot. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little foggy headed.
Yeah.
Don't think it.
That's cool.
My sister got here on Thursday from San Diego, from California. And I was working on Thursday. And then Friday came. We all got together here and had some food with Alex and Fran.
Yep.
And my sister. And we ended up going out, dude. She wanted to go dancing. She likes to dance salsa.
Yep.
And Airam found a salsa bar. She was like, I know this great place.
What? I didn't say great.
She's saying she didn't say great, but she said, I know this great place.
Yeah.
And I was like, what could she possibly be talking about? And then on the walk there, I started to recognize the place. I've been there before on Halloween last year. It was the most packed, compressed room in the world. And I was like, oh, there's no way we're spending the night here.
Say the spot.
Santa Salsa.
Santa Salsa.
Yeah, ding-a-ling.
On Star Bar.
On Star Street.
On
Star Street.
Yeah.
So we walk in. They're not playing salsa. Everybody's just kind of standing around.
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, let's bounce. And everybody's like, yeah, let's bounce. And I'm like, thank God.
Well, because you and I were kind of like, in the back of our heads, we're like, I was thinking like, I'm going to have to dance in front of Frankie. Like, Frankie's going to be there and see me dance. That's going to be uncomfortable for me.
Right. My whole life, dude, even as a young, like, when you hit your 20s and you're like, let's go out to like a bar and dance.
Yeah.
Even at that time, I was never like a dancing guy.
Yeah, the only time I've been somewhere with you where there was dancing, I was dancing and I looked at you and you were just staring at me.
When was that?
It was when we went to that Steve Aoki and I took that Molly.
Yeah. And a fight broke out.
Oh yeah, and then a fight broke out.
Bro, it was the most... Luke and three other buddies take fucking Molly, and we go to see... Alden got us free tickets to go see Steve Aoki. I'm not into this kind of music, but I'm like, let's go with something to do.
Yeah.
And as soon as the drugs are hitting, I mean, you want to talk about what happened real quick before we get into the story?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I can't handle Molly. Every time I take it, it's like a bad acid trip.
No, dude, yeah, but...
Oh, yeah.
It was the bloodiest, most brutal fight.
Yeah.
Broke out.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I've never seen anything that violent, like, in person.
What was the move? What did he do?
Dude,
Was it like a slam? Did he slam him? It was like a suplex move, right?
Yeah.
And he like slammed his face.
yeah, dude. When
Yeah.
the protagonist got pulled away, like you got to get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
The guy gets up and he's like, oh, his face is just...
The protagonist is the guy who suplexed the other guy and smashed his face on the floor. That's your hero? I mean, I guess.
What are you gonna root for the guy that ate shit?
Well, listen. This is the debate that I always had with my friends, because I used to play Rocket League with my friend all the time, and he would kick my ass every time.
Right.
And I would say, like, this makes me the hero. I'm the underdog.
Oh, because you're the underdog?
Yeah, I'm the underdog. And he would be like, no, the hero has to win eventually.
Superman, Batman,
Right.
Spider-Man.
Well, Superman always wins.
Any man.
Yeah, any man.
Ant-Man.
Like, Spider-Man always gets his ass kicked in all the movies.
Who?
Spider-Man.
But he wins at the end
Yeah, he wins at the end.
with the help of like people and shit.
Yeah, he has to have people come in.
People come and give him a hand.
He has to like call a friend.
He like turns the enemy into a friend.
I guess in the first Spider-Man, he doesn't even win. The Green Goblin just accidentally kills himself.
Yes, Spider-Man's 0-3.
Yeah, Spider-Man kind of stinks, huh?
Yeah,
How does Doc Ock die?
he has a change of heart?
Oh yeah, Doc Ock also commits suicide.
Yeah, he changes the heart.
All of Spider-Man's enemies just commit suicide. Spider-Man just cyberbullies his enemies.
Wait, what was the second one?
Everybody thinks that you dance ugly on their YouTube. all of Doc Ock's arms. Oh.
Wait, so Doc Ock was the third one, right?
Doc Ock was the second one.
What was the
we
third
just
one?
watched these movies,
We
except
did.
for the second one. I kind of skipped around because I thought we didn't have time.
You skipped through to your favorite parts,
I skipped only to my favorite parts.
which is like the most like 9-year-old thing to do.
Yeah.
You want to see my favorite movie?
yeah. That's true. That's so true. I was like, watch this part. This is the part where and on this part he stops a train. yeah, I did watch it like a 9-year-old. And so in Spider-Man 2, so Spider-Man just always gets his fucking ass kicked like the whole time, and then something happens.
And then somebody helps
Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, he kills himself because Spider-Man 3 they throw the grenade into the Venom, and then Venom is like no, and he like jumps into the Venom and explodes himself. Spider-Man's enemies always kill themselves.
That's true.
Sandman doesn't die.
No, he has a change of heart.
He has a change of heart.
He's always good.
Sandman, yeah. So Sandman goes, it was not me who killed it. He has like the worst face. Who is that guy?
Thomas Hayden Church.
It wasn't me who killed your father.
Spider-Man.
He looks like his face is falling off.
Yeah.
It's like perfect casting for Sandman.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't kill your uncle, but I was sorry that he died.
He's very attractive in an odd way, though. That guy.
Oh yeah.
I think if he lost weight, he'd be unattractive. Like he's like one guy where like he got buff and you're like amazing because you're buff.
Right.
Any other form, you'd look fucking horrendous.
Yeah, he's got
like
the big. It's like he looks like his lips have muscles in them. Like he needs the rest of the body, or else he would just be a big fit. Like that's kind of my problem. Like I have giant lips and a big nose, and then like I'm not.
You do, but they're like
Yeah.
cartoony though. They're like cute.
My stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. You have a big like a Jew nose almost. Let's timestamp and cut that.
Folks,
Sorry.
folks, it was my lamb to begin with.
So anyway, so Spider-Man, all his enemies kill themselves. That's weird. Did we just figure that out for the first time?
We did.
Does anyone else know that?
I'm
sure somebody knows
There's probably a
that.
Reddit page out there.
Yeah,
going,
there's-
actually, Spider-Man's number one fight.
Yeah.
Don't ask why he was in the ring.
Yeah. Well, he beats. Remember, he has his fight with Harry, the mini Green Goblin,
Oh yeah.
and he and Harry throws a grenade at him, and he grabs it and like slams it back and explodes it.
Yeah, the only person Spider-Man has ever killed is his best friend.
yeah.
That
But he didn't even
dick.
kill him.
Superheroes don't want to kill them.
Except unless they're their best friends.
Yeah, that's true.
Superheroes don't.
Items off mic saying superheroes don't want to kill.
Batman, that's his rule. He doesn't kill.
Batman?
Yeah, Batman isn't.
Oh, what a noble guy.
Yeah, but except for he did kill. Do you like comic book movies? I don't mean to just talk all nerdy and stuff.
No, man.
Yeah. Did you see Dark Knight? You like that movie?
No.
You never saw Dark Knight?
Did I? Item?
I've tried.
You tried? Do you like Dark Knight?
Yeah, Item.
I've seen it like easy 100 times.
Item says
Oh,
she's seen it
yeah.
100 times.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Oh, Item, you got to talk into the mic, bro. I got so many like emails saying that like they can't hear you.
Email?
Yeah.
Who emailed you?
No one. She said, "Who emails you?"
Corporate.
Corporate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people over at Sirius.
Yeah, we had a good one last out.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not to
Let's get back on.
put the pressure on.
Let's get back on.
was good.
Let's get back on racetrack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So all right. So sorry. Hold up. Fucking
Oh.
one story at a time.
Yeah.
So
that's why I said that I am the hero, because I would always lose, which would make the win that much sweeter.
At
Rocket League.
At Rocket League.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
Like Rocky. Rocky doesn't even win in the
Yeah.
first movie.
like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, he doesn't win, the other guy loses. But then it makes it so that when he does win, it's good. You don't want to see a guy win all the time, you know? Nobody likes that.
Unless it's like an MMA fighter who you're rooting for.
Yeah, I guess it's someone in real life.
Yeah, in real life, you
you
wanna-
do actually want to see them win all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I grew up an NC State fan, and we sucked at
Yeah.
basketball and football, and it makes it so that when you do win, it's like everyone runs out onto the court,
Right.
and you have no decorum, and it's a completely low class demonstration.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus, these guys are losers. Oh, they just beat Duke, and they're treating it like New Year's Eve, you know. But
That's great though, man.
yeah, but it's kind of fun, you know, when you're a loser. It kind of makes it so that, you know, the wins taste sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, or so I've heard from some fucking losers.
We've had too many sweets and we can all tell.
Yeah. yeah. Well, I've been winning, so
And I can tell.
yeah.
So, all right, so back at Steve Aoki. So you're peeking on Molly. This fucking guy gets his face slammed on the floor.
Yeah, I can't even remember the move, but I just remember the dance floor just cleared out. It was two like big guys, like really big guys.
So I guess the antagonist now, I've been convinced, gets like taken out.
Yeah.
And then the guy who got his face slammed on the floor. I mean, I'm not even gonna say the hero because he's
Yeah.
not fighting for anything. he gets up and there's like two girls holding him up and he's like,
Yeah.
ugh. He
Yeah.
like turns to us and we just see like just like gross his blood and teeth and we're like, oh Jesus. And like 2 minutes later, I look at you, you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah. yeah.
I gotta go. And you like,
I
you-
left.
You left
yeah.
into the night.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that guy was the hero because he lost the fight. He was with the girl.
Yeah.
Like in the movies, even when the guy loses, he still has the girl. He still has the girl around. The girl still likes him.
yeah.
But she's like, you need to win. She's like, why do you keep losing?
He's like, you don't understand. This is Adrian.
wait.
It's like comedy.
I'm a true protagonist.
Well, it's like
heart.
it's like when you watch Frankie perform, and you're like, you need to listen back to your sets or something. No, I'm just kidding. Frankie did good today, and I bombed. So, what does that tell you? I immediately folded on my on my roast. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go. All right. So now back to the bar. Back to Saturday, Friday night. We leave the bar. We go. All right, good. They're not playing the music. We go to Star Bar.
No, we went to Carousel first.
Oh yeah, but I mean, there's nothing happened there.
Right.
So we go to Star Bar.
Yeah.
Did anything happen there worth talking about?
No.
No. All right. So we go to Star Bar because the girls got to pee and also it was like fucking like this bar was a bust.
Right.
We go to bro, the worst DJ was playing. He was playing electronic music, which I would admit I don't understand, and it's not my cup of tea.
Right.
But it sounded like a fucking futuristic car crash.
It sounded like a YouTube video where they loop like a car crash noise.
Like the word like car crash for 10 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people were like vibing, you know. And I don't know if these were like people who were into this kind of music or if he like got his group of friends and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be DJing at this bar shoot through."
Right.
But holy shit, dude, where we were like, we have to leave. Like we weren't just like shitting on the music just to be like, we don't get electronic music.
Right.
Because you know, I've heard like good electronic. I'm like, all right, I could get into this.
Yeah.
I could maybe work out to this.
Yeah.
But this was like, bro, it's hurting my face.
Yeah, you can feel the music permeating out through your cheeks and
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know what it sounded like? It was like if the bass was multiple car crashes, and like the rhythm was putting a microphone to a speaker multiple times. Just
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and like it was like goth punk
Yeah.
future shit.
Sounded like the windshield wiper on a
Yeah.
beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, dude. So and you bought me a beer there.
Did I?
Yeah. You bought me a
Oh.
beer. That explains why you spent $700 in one day.
Yeah, I took
buy-
a look at how much money I spent over the weekend. I was like, this is why I never have any. Because I finally have a little bit of money in my pocket. Not anything significant, but like enough to pay my bills and
Yeah, man.
still be able to eat.
When it's all you got, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're fucking. there, and we hurry up and finish our drinks. Like, let's get out of here. And there's a bar by your place called The Keep, where sometimes there's like live bands. And we're like, all right, you know what? We'll go there. Maybe that'll save the night. It's not gonna be salsa. It's not gonna be like poppy music, but we'll be able to sit down, listen to live music, and maybe we'll have a good time. On the walk there, we passed by the bar next to Santa Salsa,
Yeah.
and they're playing fucking like reggaeton and shit, right?
Yeah.
And the girls are like, "Oh, let's go in here," which I did suggest before Santa Salsa. I was like, "Let's go in there."
Yeah.
It wasn't that packed.
Right.
Now it was packed, and they were playing good music, music that the chicks like.
Right.
And I was like,
It was good. It was good dancing music. It was
bro,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I already had in my head, I'm like, we gotta go to the Keep.
Yeah.
And then like they might be playing jazz, and that's like kind of my vibe.
Right.
All right, let's go here. And I was like, no.
You're a very like sit to enjoy the music type of guy. Like
Yeah.
like let the music create the ambiance that we can have a discussion to.
Yeah.
That's what you like. That's what I like too.
Because it's not work.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
But like dancing is work.
dancing is work.
And so
Not for Idom.
no,
she just shook
dude.
her head.
No, not only for me. There's a lot of guys that.
Anyways, so we're like, we passed by the other girls, like, we gotta go in there. And I'm like, at this point, bro, I haven't shit in 3 days. I was constipated. I don't know why I was I don't know what Item's been feeding me. She's trying to kill me. Well,
You eat Thai food.
I ate Thai food. No, but yeah, but for 3 days straight, I didn't eat Thai food.
I got fucked up the next day. I don't know if it was the drinking or the food or what, but I was like,
You were shitting?
I was shitting like on the hour, every hour.
Oh, I wasn't, so it was probably the drink.
It was like the chef's kiss of the spicy meatball on my ass. You know, when you eat spicy food and then it's like, it feels like a little like a magma, like a little magma coming out. Yeah, it's like not even like
It feels like a chihuahua's biting its way out of your asshole.
yeah. It's just like it's like why does my poop have like it's like a flavor?
Why does it? Yeah, bro. You know how much
It's like you know what I'm saying, right?
bro. You know how much I shit. This is how much I shit so much in my 29 years life.
Dude, you do shit. You're a
before-
big shitter.
Before I shit,
You don't
I
usually have a
know
problem with it.
what kind of wiping it's gonna be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. When I eat the food, I know what kind of shit it's gonna give me.
Yeah.
Before I shit, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a multiple wipe one.
Yeah.
When it's one of those, I'm like, I gotta hold on to this. I gotta wait. I can't poop in public because I'm gonna be wiping for years.
Yeah.
Like, do you have that? Like, where you know what kind of shit it's gonna be?
I know if it's gonna be like really good. I know if it's gonna be good or bad, and
Yeah.
if it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be a lot of wiping.
But do you know how to like distinct it? Like,
Yeah, sometimes you just know it's just gonna like fucking shoot out of you, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, all right.
So, but
Anyways.
I don't think about it in terms of wiping. But if you asked me, I would know. But I never
Yeah.
thought about it in those terms.
Bro, I only think about it in wiping because I'm
you
like,
only
I'm-
think about it in the wiping terms.
bro, because for 3 years I lived in the van.
Right.
So I'm like in and out of public bathrooms, and I'm like, all right, I can only be in this bathroom for this long.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is this gonna be? I'm like,
That's
all
why
right.
you timed yourself.
Yeah, bro. I time when in my early 20s I would go to bars a lot.
Yeah.
And doing stand up, like I was in bars, and a lot of these bars have like one fucking stall, and you don't want to be there. So I got used to timing myself when I'm in a public bathroom.
Yeah.
Can't be in there for more than 5 minutes.
You were in there for 15 minutes. No, I wasn't. I was in there for 3.
Yeah, yeah. It's a punchline to a joke.
Yeah.
To a joke I have.
That's a real story there.
It is
right?
a real story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell that on here real quick.
Yeah.
I want to go shit at a bar, and I timed myself, and a lady was like knocking on the door, and I was like, whatever, and she started banging on it, and I was like, fuck this, and I started like wiping really hard, and I got up and like, well, you know when you wipe harder because you're getting frustrated.
Yeah.
So I started wiping harder, and I'm like, fuck this, and then like I washed my hands and I opened the door, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
She was like, you were in there for 15 minutes. And I was like, no, I wasn't. I was in there for 3.
Yeah.
And I had my phone with the timer on. She didn't say anything. It worked.
You got her.
Yeah, I got her.
Folded. Boom.
Yeah, so anyway.
It was just a one bathroom, multi-gender.
It was 2.
Yeah.
But it was a really packed bar in Temecula, California.
Oh, so you were going in the ladies or she was going in the men's?
They were like multi-gender.
Oh, okay.
Multi-gender, is that the word?
Unisex.
Unisex.
Unisex bathrooms.
Multi-gender, that's what the people in Brooklyn are. Anyway, so back
They're
to the
non-gendered.
So back to the story. I'm like, I don't want to go, and I'm already kind of like in a shitty mood. But I'm like, it's my sister's first night out with me in New York. I'm like, I gotta be all right. So I'm like, I haven't shit, bro. I'm so uncomfortable. We walk in, it's so packed, and it's hot. And like earlier that day, when we walked to get the Thai food, I mentioned to you guys I feel like I was getting sick. I was getting like small body aches. So we go and we grab some drinks. I buy Iram and Melanie their drinks, vodka soda, about this big, $37. I didn't buy you a drink. I didn't buy tequila soda, $37.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
For two?
yeah. So I'm like, I'm not gonna make a fuss. I'm not gonna. It's Melanie's first night here. I'm not gonna be like, what the fucking $17 drinks?
Yeah.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah.
I'm like,
What did you get? Like top shelf?
tequila soda. No, I don't know, bro. I just
They
fucking
gave you Patron?
said tequila soda, and she poured shit into a thing, and then gave me two, and then said, "Give me all of your money."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." What am I gonna say? No.
No.
And I walk back to my sister and my fiance and be like, "Hey, let's go to the bodega across the street and
Yeah.
and get some tall cans."
You guys ever had Bud Light?
You guys like tall cans of
Yeah.
Bud Lights? So I pay for it. I go back, and now I'm like, I'm sick. I haven't shit in 3 days. I spent damn near $40 on 2 drinks.
And now it's time to dance.
And now it's time to dance. And Melanie's having a time of her life. Iram's fucking dancing her tits off.
Yeah.
And you're like having the time of your life too.
I was having a good time because right when we got in there, that's when drunk hit. I was like, okay, good. I can chill out now.
So I'm like, I am the best I did. I'm like bobbing my head. I'm like, all right. And then I stop. I'm like, bobbing my head is not enough.
Yeah.
I tried to do like a little 1-step thing. I'm like, what am I? I'm forcing it.
Yeah.
I look around. There's guys kind of on their phones, not really dancing. And I'm like, all right, if I just kick it, I'm not going to be the only one not dancing.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of kicking it every now and then. I'll bob my head. But I'm with 3 people, with you, Melanie, and Iram, who are just having the time of your lives, dude. And I'm like just standing there, like literally not even smiling.
You looked so mad.
I'm stone faced, dude. Bro, I'm like stone faced. And Melanie goes, oh no, hold on. And then like there's a guy to my right.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and he's like dancing. He's dancing his tits off too. I'm going to preface this. I was in the wrong the entire time of this night. I know this. Because I shouldn't have gone in there with such a terrible attitude.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there with just the most negative energy. Now I'm like,
You were a vortex of fun.
I was, dude. I'm getting anxious because I'm hot now. There's the guy to my right is too close to me. Everyone's too close to me. I'm like also trying to be protective of Iram and Melanie because they're 2 girls out dancing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking, if a guy comes, what do I do? Like, hey, fucking, what are my boundaries? Like, there's a guy to my right of me who's getting closer and closer, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna talk to this. I'm not gonna tell him, excuse me. He's having fun, bro. He drops it low, his ass crack, fucking, bro. I wipe his asshole with my knee. He dropped it so low, bro. I credit carded him with my knee. I put my forearm out, and I went like, yo. Like I didn't even push him. I just put my forearm out so he wouldn't do it again. Yeah. And he looked back and he didn't stop dancing. He went, "What's up?" And I was like, "Yo, back up a little bit." And he goes, "Hey, I'm just dancing, bro. And he never stopped dancing. So that's just how intimidating I am. Yeah. He never stopped dancing. And he goes, "I'm just dancing, bro." And I'm like, "Guy, you're fucking dancing on me." And he goes, and he turns around and he keeps dancing. And I'm like, "Fuck, dude." I look over. Melanie's like, my little sister's like, "Yo, calm down." And I'm like, his asshole touches my knee. Yeah. So now, like, not only is a stranger against me, my sister's against me, and I'm still like stone faced, and everyone's having the time of their lives. And I'm just now I'm getting anxious because I'm like, everybody fucking hates me, which is already what I think when I walk into a room. Right. But now it's true. I'm like, everybody hates me. And Melanie goes, I'm like, so now I'm really like kind of having like a small panic attack, which I never have. And Melanie, to her defense, she didn't know I was having one, but she looks at me and she goes, "Your energy is just like blah, blah, blah." And she's like doing the face and the hand gestures, and I'm like, have fun, ignore me. I kind of snap. And she goes, "No, dance with someone." I'm like, "Bro, everyone's having a good time. Ignore me." She goes, "Dance with Iram." And I'm like, "She's fine. Look at her." We turn to Iram, bro. She's like twerking and dropping it low. She's not even paying attention to me and Melanie. And then so now Melanie, I could tell I like ruined like a little bit of her time, but she's like mature enough to be like, "Fuck, am I gonna ruin my night?"
Yeah.
So she keeps dancing, and I'm like, "I gotta get out of here, bro. This is gonna get worse if I'm here." So I grab my jacket and I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna go outside." And I go outside. I immediately feel better.
Yeah.
I'm still like a little sick, and I just sit out there. And eventually, like Iram comes out. You and and then
Dude, when you left, we stayed for a while. Me and Melanie stayed on the dance floor, and now I'm drunk and I'm like dancing around crazy, and now I'm the asshole bumping into people.
Yeah.
And this guy was standing in front of me, and like I was dancing so crazy that he just turned around and was just like, "Hey, can you just?" And I was like, I pulled the guy on.
You were the other guy.
I was the other guy. I was like, "What, man? I'm just dancing."
God damn.
And then like I kept dancing, and I was like, "That was a dick move." And then I tapped him again. I was like, "I'm sorry. There's too many people out here. I'll try to watch out for you." He was like, "All right, thanks. No worries."
Yeah.
So then there was this like really like this very hot lady who the guy that danced on you was like talking to.
Yeah.
He was doing like the side chat, like dancing next to her and doing the side chat.
Yeah.
But she wasn't into it.
I hate a side chat.
And then she just started dancing like right in front of me. Just
Whoa.
like right in front of me. And like almost ass on me. Like ass grazed me,
Nice. That's like a move, maybe.
That is a move, I think. I don't know. I'm always terrified in those situations because I'm like, do you know I'm back here? Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to go for it, start dancing on you? Or should I be like, "Excuse me, would you like to back that up on me?" You can back up on me if you like. Beep, beep, yeah. But also, Melanie's there. Yeah. I just met her. She's your sister. I'm not trying to be like right in front of your sister. I'm not trying to be gross in front of your sister. I feel uncomfortable being sexual in front of your sister.
Yeah.
So I just like...
She is my sister.
Yeah, I was just like very quiet back there. And just like nothing happened.
Well,
but do you think that was a move?
She's
It could have been a move or
now.
it could have not been.
It could have. I think it's 50-50.
But she didn't-
50% of the chance girls do it with an intention. Another
Right.
50% chance you're literally just having fun.
Yeah, so I didn't pursue. I just was like, okay,
bro. And also, I hate that immediately for the guy, because now you go from like, I'm losing myself in the music,
Yeah.
to, does she like me?
Yeah.
Am I being weird?
Right.
Oh, should I go 1 inch forward, or will I catch a sexual assault case?
Right. I thought when I thought about it after, I thought maybe I should have put my hand on her shoulder and been like, and then she turns, I'm like, "Hey." And
Right.
then if she's into it, then she'll let me know. And if she's not, she's like,
Yeah.
I think that could have been the move.
You know what my move is?
What?
I scream in their ear. I go, "Move!" No.
Yeah.
No, back in the day, I would like be like, "Yo, you know this song?"
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, and
Yeah.
then I'd be like, "All right."
Yeah. So, I should have said, "Do you know this song?" That would have been good. But one time I
she would
did.
have been like,
Yeah.
I left because they were playing music I didn't like.
Oh yeah. As soon
here.
as they turn on black music, I'd
I'd left.
unblock the car door.
Here, and grab my mic, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be on this pod
Yeah,
with
the
us.
people are mad.
Yeah.
As
right
soon
here.
as they were playing music, I didn't know the lyrics to.
Yeah.
I went outside to check on Frankie, and literally like 2 minutes afterwards, I heard they were playing back the music. I know, and it was kind of upsetting because now there was a line to get in. Did you see the line?
But I saw all those fuckers once they got in there. It was way too packed. It got packed on the dance
Oh,
floor.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it got to the point where it was like way too crowded on the day. Because that's a tiny room. And the
Bro,
sampler.
it's so
I mean,
small.
it was fun, but like that's a stupid place to put that many people. And so now it's just me and Melanie dancing, and then like now there's like these 4 huge guys like standing like just like in front of us, like just like looking at their phones, just
Right.
like
Those were the guys that I was looking at, and I
Yeah.
was like, they're not dancing.
yeah, those
I'm fine.
giant guys, like buff ass dudes.
Yeah.
And I'm hammered.
But they were also like shorter than me, though.
Yeah, they're short, but they're big.
Yeah.
And I was so drunk, and I just couldn't. And now it's so crowded. I couldn't like move around what I wanted, like I wanted to. And I just tapped like the biggest guy on the shoulder. I'm like, "Hey, can you just like, you just give me a little space?" And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Just give me a little space. Just like, what I'm asking for is just like a little space so I can just move around."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, like, what do you like? What do you want me to do?" And I'm like, "Just."
Did you tell him stop taking so much creatine so I can dance?
Yeah,
You're too
I was
big.
completely unreasonable. But like, my thing is like, also like, if you're not gonna dance,
Get out.
just get out.
Like me.
Yeah, like what you did.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's if there's enough room to be a wallflower, then fine. But
Yeah.
if there's not, just go to the other part of the bar. But
Bro, I wasn't even being a wallflower. I was being like a wall weed.
you were being a wall like gargoyle.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, but
terrible.
But then, dude, so then like Melanie sees me talking to this guy, and then she's like, "Oh, I know what to do." And then she starts like aggressively like bumping into his friend, like dancing.
Oh, shit.
Like, and I'm like, "No,
You can't take girls anywhere,
you're
bro.
gonna get my fucking ass kicked."
Because girls aren't the ones who are fucking gonna get their ass kicked.
Yeah,
it's the guy that they're
exactly.
with.
She's like, "Woo!" Like banging her hip
check
into him.
this out.
Yeah.
Punches the guy in the back of the head.
Which was funny. I mean, it was really cool that she did that. But
No,
also,
it wasn't, 'cause-
wasn't cool, but it was, you know, her heart was in the right place.
She wasn't
was
gonna
like, these
deal-
guys are assholes.
She wasn't gonna deal with the repercussions.
Yeah. But anyway.
And then like, who were they gonna fight? Just like a drunk Luke and a depressed Frank. Like, bro, we're not gonna win.
yeah.
I'm just out there
I'd be like, "Bro, that was her."
bro, I was gonna shit myself. We're gonna be the only good thing to come out of that.
Yeah, man. So, but it was fun. I mean, I had a good time.
Yeah, we ended up having a good time.
Yeah. What'd you guys do for the rest of the weekend?
Well, the next day, we ended up going to.
It was a great day until about 7 o'clock.
To walk the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Melanie and I walked the Brooklyn Bridge, but
Were you sick? I called you. You sounded
yeah,
sick.
Yeah, I was very sick. I fell asleep upstairs and
In your bedroom?
yeah, and
That's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, I was just kidding. Sorry. Jeez. This guy's mad.
What do you mean that's weird?
It's not weird. It's not weird.
Nah, so I knocked out. So if I can talk my way out of that one, and then when they came back, you know, I wanted to go out with Melanie one last night because that was her last night there,
Yeah.
and she wanted to go to a jazz club, and I'm like, all right, let's go to there's ornithologies around here.
Yeah.
It's an open jam, so it's kind of like an open mic for musicians. We walk there, and it's like a 25 cover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Oh, they used to do a mic over there?
Yeah.
Nardo
yeah,
P?
Nardo P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he still do stand up?
He's a father now. I think he does. He raps now too.
Okay.
But like, yeah, that's the only reason why I know about that venue. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here. I mean, so it's like it's $25, and we're like, all right, we're not doing that. Oh, and also it was like we gotta wait for a while. So I'm like, you guys just want to go and walk around into the city and maybe like try Smalls. It's a small jazz club in Manhattan. So we walk around. We go to Smalls, and it's like midnight, and they're like, well, it's too crowded down there right now, but you could come in here at 1 a.m. And I'm like, immediately, you know me, I'm like, fuck that, dude. I'm going home.
Yeah.
But I'm and Melanie are there, and they're like, you could go home if you want. And
We've talked about it before, but when you got people in town that are visiting, you always feel some kind of pressure to like show them that you know.
But also if you're sick.
right? Are you talking to them like?
No, I get you. Yeah. You're
Well,
sick.
yeah. I mean, I was kind of saying.
No, I don't. It's not pressure that he's feeling like that you're putting on him, or not you because you live here now, but like.
Well, no, yeah, you gotta show them around.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm like, I was a dickhead last night, let me fucking, I'm not gonna be at daycare tonight. So then we wait till 1 a.m. We get down there, and it's like packed, dude. There's like nowhere to sit. So we all like sit down, kind of like separate from each other. Me and Iram, we sit up like to the like next to the stage, like right next to the piano, and we're right behind the piano player. He's like jamming out. The bass guy is like jamming out, and it's a badass show. I'm looking over at Melanie. She's having the time of her life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking, that's what I wanted. It was great. And so it's an open jam. So every now and then they switch like bass player. They switch like every 2 minutes.
I know. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
it's like
but people don't know.
Oh yeah.
So,
like it's like they'll kind of line up. The players will line up.
So the saxophonist,
it's cool,
the trumpet,
and anyone can do it. Like you can go and just be terrible.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like an open mic.
You would never do it because unless you just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like if you weren't good enough, I'm sure they're very dickish. They'll ostracize
Oh
you.
yeah. So the saxophonist, the trumpet, the clarinet, these guys they go up. They go up like every 2 minutes. They go up but the pianist and the bass player and the drummer. They switch like every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes because they got to share their instrument.
Yeah,
they don't have their own. So in one of the rotations, the piano player, so everybody gets up. Me and Iram are sitting behind the piano thing, and some guy's trying to come. He's like trying to find a seat, and he goes, "Oh shit!" He goes, "Is anybody like gonna use the piano?" And we're like, "We don't." We're not fucking musicians.
yeah.
So we're like,
I see you for permission to get on
yeah,
piano.
and we're like, oh, and he goes, "Do you guys know if anybody's sitting here?" And we're like, again, we don't say anything. We're like, and I think someone goes, no. So he kind of like sits down in the piano, and then the jam starts, bro. So now he's sitting at the piano, and the jam starts. The drummer's getting down, the bass is boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Is getting down, and he kind of like looks around because the music started, and he's at the piano. So we're like, what's he gonna do? Just some fucking guys, bro. He starts pretending to play the piano. He's going like this, like if he's Stevie Wonder, bro. He's like swaying back and forth, and every now and then he's hitting one key, and he's going. I swear to God, we got a video of it. Here, let me see the video.
Oh, let me see this,
bro. Look at him. Look at him. He's pretending to play.
Wait, put the volume up.
He's pretending to play. Oh. There's no piano. You can see this.
shitting himself.
Bro, he's like, and he looks like he's getting down too. So to anybody to like in front of the piano, it looks like he's fucking like really getting.
Yeah.
But they're like, the piano's disconnected. We can't hear him.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the fucking balls on that guy.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll put it right there. I'll put it.
That's awesome. So, in this situation,
bro, we were like, what the fuck? Oh, dude, and then the real pianist, a pianist notices, and he comes up and he goes, "Are you playing?"
Yeah.
And he goes, and he puts his hand up and he stands up. He goes, "No, go ahead." Like, bro, the real pianist sits down. He fucking takes off his sweater.
Yeah.
And then he cracks his knuckles and he's like feeling the rhythm and he's like feeling the rhythm. He's like warming up. Takes off a second sweater. He's like a ripped guy. And he's like fucking and he goes, all right. And he fucking jumps in and then now it's like a jam, dude.
Yeah.
We're like,
and he kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So in that situation,
wait, I actually got the
what
video.
do you do?
I actually got the video of the guy coming up to him.
Oh really?
So to being like, yo, are you using this?
I gotta throw these in, huh?
Yeah. Oh, so this is the rip guy. Oh no! Sorry, hold up. Oh, here he is. Here he is.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Immediately folds. So
Yeah.
at that point, he had stopped pretending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the guy came to him and he was like, "Oh shit."
The guy what?
The guy came.
No,
the second guy.
before the guy came up, he wasn't pretending anymore. He was just leaning.
I think he saw the guy come up to him.
He
And
knew he
was
knew
like,
it was gonna. Yeah. So in that situation, you're sitting at the thing, and then the jam starts. You have 3 options. 4. You get up, you leave.
Yeah.
That's the smart thing to do. That's the right.
Yeah.
thing
Find
to do.
another seat. Sit at the bar.
Yeah, just leave. Oh, that is not my scene.
Yeah.
Number 2, you do what this guy did. Number 2 is you just sit there and you confidently admit, I'm not part of this, but this is my seat.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting on the piano bench enjoying this.
I'm sitting on the stage.
Yeah, that's better than what this guy did. That's not great, but it's still better. Number 3, where are you going?
I'm gonna get water.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3 is you do what this guy did. You think that you can sort of
Pretend.
get away with it.
Yeah.
Like what is this guy? Stupid? He doesn't think that everyone will immediately know that, like, these are like world-class musicians he's in the room with, and he actually thinks it's like if you went into the CIA and pretended you were a spy. Like, it's that level of like people knowing you're on bullshit. It's like going to like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and being like wearing a black belt and being like, oh yeah. Like, so that's what he does. That's hilarious. That's the funniest option. It's also an egregiously bad move. Terrible move.
We couldn't believe we were seeing it.
Yeah. And then number 4 is you really go for it. You really try to play.
Yeah.
And you just wreck the session. And I think those 4 options are in level of what you should do, what you shouldn't do.
I would have rather seen him like fucking go for it.
Just wreck it, yeah. To the point where everyone has to stop playing.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I think what happened was the funniest.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
So
I'm glad you guys got to witness that.
To his credit, not to suck the funny out of this. Later on, he did get up and he was a bass player.
Okay.
So he got down on the bass and he fucking murdered on the bass.
Okay, so he was a musician.
Yeah, he was, but he just wasn't a piano player.
Okay. You know, I see I bet he does play piano, but he's not, like, it'd be like
Like he knows. To
yeah,
not.
yeah. It probably, like, he's probably. I'm not like a real musician, but
But like you heard how fast they were playing.
Yeah,
he
like
couldn't
it-
just hop into that.
yeah, like it'd be like if I was up there, like maybe I know something, but I don't know enough to actually,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe that's his level. Because most musicians, they play, like, if you can play bass, you know.
Yeah, I mean, his stage presence was there. He said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, yeah.
Started swaying back and forth.
He definitely had the performance aspect. Of it.
Yeah. So we'll send you those, and then you just put it up.
Oh, okay. I know.
Sorry.
Yeah,
man.
no, it's okay.
I gotta get up.
Yeah, what are we at? Should we get off?
40. We're at 43,
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
No, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Wait,
glad you had a good weekend.
We got a message.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, somebody.
You got an email?
Yeah, I got an email from some.
Should we make like a song for this segment?
Well, it was a DM from a listener.
We just got a letter?
Oh yeah.
Blues Clues?
Well, how does it go in English?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Ooh.
Wait.
In Spanish.
In Spanish, it fucking goes hard. It goes, El correo ya llegó, anunciando su canción y cantando emoción. Correo. And then like the dog's ears go.
This is for children?
Yeah, now you know why we're so loud.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got a message from a listener, loyal listener,
Okay.
a quiet listener, lady listener, with the baby, Brenda Vega. She said,
I think I've seen her comments on something.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Well, and
She's been listening for a little while, right?
yeah, in this message she says, "Tell Adam to get a mic because we can't hear her for shit."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Adam, see.
We should get you on mic.
No, I'm just kidding. No, she didn't say that at all. It's actually a very nice letter.
Okay.
It's actually a letter. It's actually a very. Should I read the whole thing?
Yeah, read it. Wait, no, is that?
No.
I don't know. It's our first piece of like
Yeah. Well, she has some questions. For
fan
us.
mail.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we read the whole thing?
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, we read.
Let's do it.
We read. What's
Old
his
Clutch
name?
311.
Old Clutch 311.
His drunken.
Yeah,
his when he booty called you.
Yeah, he drunk texted
Yeah.
us. So
This guy loves Frank. He never booty called me. What's up with that?
it says, "Hi." I hear you read it, man.
Oh, okay.
Because my voice is.
Okay, yeah. Hi. I follow the pod and laugh every time you say if you've made it this far. Because I have. And I enjoyed it all.
Aw.
Oh, thank you, Brenda.
Wow.
Anyway, I just thought you should do a Q&A episode, like do one of those boxes on here and see what questions people have. Here are mine for both you and Luke. Tell the story of the first time you did comedy. You want to go first?
Yeah.
Did you've told that on here, right?
How I?
Let's tell it again
yeah, I
because
mean,
she hasn't heard it.
I'll tell an abbreviated version of
Yeah,
it. I
sure.
tried stand up at my school talent show.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I was 18, and I've always wanted to stand up like my whole life. And at this point, I was like, I didn't know comedians wrote material, so I was like, I got like 3 premises. That was me preparing. I was like, I got 3 premises, and I went up to my. Oh no, there was auditions to perform at the talent show. Auditions, I had to perform a stand up in front of like 3 black girls who were like either thumbs up or thumbs down it.
Oh wow.
And I went up. This is actually the first time I did stand up. It was actually the audition.
It was the audition was your first set.
So I went up and I said, wouldn't it be funny if we didn't? It would. Oh, I forget the joke. But I said, wouldn't it be weird if we made the face we do when we sneeze before we sneeze, and then don't actually sneeze? It's like, what was that? And then they were like blank faced at me, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I did a.
Wait, what is that joke? You
Okay, do the face when you're about to sneeze, and then don't sneeze, and then don't sneeze. Yeah, so I thought that was funny, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And they were like,
But sometimes that happens
yeah.
because you don't sneeze.
So I was 18. I hadn't really seen this happen too much. So I was like, this is groundbreaking stuff here.
Okay.
And
You didn't know about that yet?
No, and then the second stuff, it was just I was talking about how pitchers in baseball never throw the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, they like tease you when they're about it, and they just like look around.
Yeah.
And I forget the full thing, but I was in there for like 6 minutes, and
Yeah.
I was just working these 2 premises.
Yeah.
And I did like an act about me being a grasshopper, because I was like, when I was little, my friends would be catching grasshoppers. Like I was a grasshopper, and I did like a little jumping around thing, and they were just like watching, like, ah.
Yeah.
And then I got out of there, and I was like, I'm not getting on this talent show.
Yeah.
My stand-up career is over.
Yeah.
And then I guess they didn't get a lot of people, because they were like, hey, you made it, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And so I go to the talent show. Bro, I go up with these 3 premises in front of 500 people and do 12 minutes. And I think I'm murdering.
Yeah.
I got on stage so confident. I got the tape of it. I sent it to a comedy club and like around there like 4 times. They wouldn't get back to me. I sent it to them like 4 times. I'm like, maybe my email's not working. I made like new emails. I sent it to them. It wasn't like 3 years ago. I went back to watch the tape. Bro, I was bombing. They were laughing at me. I was like, I kept getting nervous and like laughing. And the only time that they were laughing was when I would laugh.
Right.
Because of how nervous I was.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit, bro, I suck.
So you never even watched it before you sent it to the comedy club?
No, bro. I was like, that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to watch it. I just sent it to a comedy club. And I was like, hey, what's up? I'm a working comic.
Yeah.
let me work in your club.
Yeah.
I was in a 1 spot
Yeah.
at a talent show. And then,
You know, it's weird. When you said I was 18, for some reason that sounded like it seemed old
yeah,
to me.
it does sound all right.
Like when you're a kid, 18, it's like, wow, he's 18. Holy shit, that's a man.
I was still in high school.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
because you're talking about being a kid, but you're 18.
Yeah, you know how delusional? I had just turned 18.
Yeah.
Because like, there was or 17 actually. Because I
Right.
was still in high school.
I think I had a dream recently. I was like 18 again. I was like,
I'm a boy.
Nice.
And I'm a man.
yeah.
I'm 18. All right, so that was my first time, man. What's your first time?
The first time I did stand up, I went to this bar.
Oh, wait, and then I didn't do stand-up until I was like 22.
Okay,
Sorry.
so you took 4 years off.
Well, because that club didn't pass me, and I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, man.
Whatever. They don't get it.
I'll just go. To
I'm trying to
community
think if
college.
like I ever did it, like I did something in a stand-up capacity, because like there were times in class, where you.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the first time I did stand-up, I was 21, and I went to this bar called the Deep South in
Oh, bro.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And there were 5 people there. There were 2 of my friends. No, there were about 7 people there. There were 2 of my friends that came with me. There was the bartender. There was the sound guy. So that's 4. There was the host. There was one other performer. And then there was just this woman there.
Yeah.
And I did probably 5 minutes. And I made the lady laugh the whole time.
Nice.
The lady was just cackling the whole time in a giant empty room.
Oh.
And afterwards, she said, "Hey, that was great. Like, what do you guys doing?" And we're like, "We're gonna go get some food." And she goes, "Oh, okay. Maybe I'll come with you guys." And I was like, "Sure." So we went to go get Armadillo Grill, which is a place I later worked at, which is now closed. And my buddy got wings, and so he's about to eat the wings,
Yeah.
and then this lady reaches over and just grabs one of his wings and just starts eating it.
Whoa.
And he was like, "Hey, don't do that." And she was like, and then she just like kept eating it. And then we were all like, "Oh my God, it's crazy, bitch." And then that was the first time. And then the second time I did it at an open mic at a club.
It's so funny. It's like a story of like
What?
the night you did stand up, not even how your fucking comedy went. Like, what jokes did you do?
Oh.
You were like, I went to a restaurant after my set.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Well, it was just a weird thing that happened.
That is a weird thing that happened.
Yeah. What jokes did I do?
Yeah, like
Oh, I mean, I had like a joke about the saxophone. I'm trying to quit cigarettes. That's hard. It's a lot harder than quitting the saxophone.
that's gold.
Yeah. I quit the saxophone. I put it down. I never picked it back up. And then I said, what did I say? I said, quitting saxophone or quitting cigarettes is like sex. It's like I don't ever, whenever I'm not doing it, I always crave it. But then as soon as I start doing it, I can't stop thinking about my mother. And then that was the big misdirect. Everyone's got their, I want to fuck my mom, or my dad called me gay, or
I never had those.
incest jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have those?
No, I had like worse things.
Well, you had your own terrible material. I'm
I
sure.
did, yeah.
Yeah. What's your worst joke you've ever written? You think?
Oh, dude, I'm probably still doing it now.
Yeah.
No,
That sleeves.
I started doing stand up like around the time where like the Las Vegas shooting happened. So I just tried like joking about that.
Oh yeah.
Like in like my first week doing stand up, like really I was like 20,
Yeah.
and I was like it was such like I was trying to be edgy.
Yeah. What'd you say?
No, it was just hack. It wasn't even like
You went hack on trying to do.
edgy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I fucking said. I mean, I just said what everybody else was like joking about. I was like, yeah, I thought I hated country music. You know? It's just like, oh, it's like right, you know.
Yeah. I think I had this joke. I was like, yeah, when it comes to abortion, I say this. It's her body, but it's my coat hanger. And I'll do what I want with it. And that was I mean,
all right. Well, I mean,
I was reading through my old premises the other day, and it was premises that had no logic to them at all. One of them was like, we always see movies where a young man tries to prove to an older woman that he's mature. And I was like, what movie is that?
it's just your life.
Yeah.
This is what you're going through.
Right,
Wait,
exactly.
here. Let's fucking. That question died on a.
What are you talking about? We're killing.
No, that sucked.
What do you mean?
Here, bro. Well, because I'm reading the next question, and that's way more interesting than this fucking stupid ass story.
I'm dying to know Luke's almost gay sexual experience.
Yeah, bro. We
Well,
teased.
why doesn't Iram tell it? Since she knows all about it.
We teased it last week,
Okay, well,
bro. Just skip the drug part, bro. I thought the gay part was gonna be like the bad part for you. You're like, no, I did drugs. And I was
well,
like,
I mean, it's the whole thing. It's the drugs making me open to like trying gay stuff.
it was like the '70s, man. It's free love.
Yeah, maybe we'll save that one for the next pod. I'll try to format it properly. First drug experience.
Oh, bro, I smoked weed when I was like 13. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Smoked again with my sisters, older sisters, and I remember this. We sat down at the dinner table, and I was like so high. Dude. It was like before like I knew about the
You're
paranoia.
with your parents?
Bro, we smoked in my room, and then I was like fucking crazy, like not paranoid. I was just like fucking faded, bro. I was gone. And we sat down, and it was like my uncle, my dad. It was like a full family dinner. And my sisters, they had been smoking for a while, so they were like paranoid.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh fuck, we're having a family dinner. We didn't know that."
Yeah.
And I was like, just laughing at everything. And then my dad started like a song was playing, right? And then my dad was singing along to the song, and then my dad fucked up the lyrics. And he a classic dad joke. He said, the guy fucked up the lyrics."
Right.
Bro, I lost my shit. I was like, what? That's fucking gold. I've never heard of that, bro. I was in tears to the point where like everybody stopped to look at me.
You brought it to the record scratch.
Dude, and I just remember like my eyes were closed, and I look up through like my teary, watery eyes from how hard I was laughing. I see everybody looking at me. I look over at my sisters, and they're just stone faced, bro. They're like, shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, I can't believe I can't believe he's this funny. I'm like, how long have you been this funny for?
Yeah.
And they just served us food, and then
Did they never found out?
no, my parents they don't really know much about like what weed is. They probably just thought I was retarded. Yes, I was probably like 14 when that happened.
That's funny. Yeah, I think first time I smoked weed, I didn't get high.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody does.
Yeah. It's funny you say that about the paranoia thing. When I'm thinking about like the first times I got high, it was just like it was like a different drug than when I smoke weed now.
Yeah, now it's just like a scary thing.
It's just like, yeah,
Bro.
it just makes me like super heightened to everything that's wrong. Like I'm like, oh, my teeth hurt, you know,
Yeah.
like my body's misaligned.
Bro,
I'm out of shape.
When the last time I smoked weed, I couldn't believe I lived in a van.
Yeah,
I was like on the park. I was like on the street. And I was like, what am I doing in here?
yeah. You said
Oh.
you smoked in Colorado, Denver, and you almost drove home.
I almost went back home. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm driving to New York. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this? What do you think I am?
Right.
I'm fucking living in a van in New York. What are you fucking...
Yeah, it like, you know how they say like weed makes you like less ambitious?
Oh.
And it's like, and you think it's like, oh, it just makes you lazy. But like, weed makes me less ambitious because it makes me feel like I can't do anything. Like, it makes
Right.
me terrified of like even to try because I'm like, who the fuck am I? They're going to like take me down if I try to get up there.
Bro, weed makes me productive in like an anxious sort of way.
Yeah.
Where I feel like I'm not in control, so I just start cleaning.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I could do is clean and feel like I'm in control.
Yeah. I do like the part of weed that makes you feel like it's like, here's a new part of your brain. Here's the things you've been ignoring. Here's your subconscious. Here's like what you really think.
Oh man,
You know, like
I can't do any of that, man. It's so scary.
It is scary, but it's like,
But it's fun.
It
Do
is.
it. Ride the wave. I fucking hate when people say that shit.
it's I don't know if it's fun anymore. It used to be fun when you didn't have those things. I think what it is just when you're a kid, you haven't really processed your trauma yet.
Well, yeah, but when you're a kid, the biggest fear you have is your parents catching you.
Well,
You're like, I don't want to become, and then you
but
get
even
older.
then, like when you were at dinner with your parents, you said you didn't even have it.
Well, that was the first time, bro. But like after
Yeah.
that, like in high school, you're just like, oh fuck it, like an adult's gonna catch you smoking weed. That's like the biggest problem you have. And then afterwards, you're just like, when you're an adult smoking weed, you're like, I'm in debt.
Right, right.
My parents are gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
30.
wish my parents were here catching me smoke weed.
Yeah, when that was like your biggest problem.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Maybe we're just smarter. Maybe we just know more
well, so
about how it really works.
you have a story then?
About the first time I smoked. Well, the first time I smoked weed, it didn't work, and then like about 6 months later, me and two of my friends, I think I was 15 years old, and we were like camping in behind my house in like this lot. It wasn't even my property or my parents' property.
It's just the woods.
It was just like a cleared out lot next to the woods.
That sounds fun.
It was fun. And my dad, I remember my dad like brought us back, like he was like, hey, I brought you guys this like jug of juice.
Oh, your dad's so nice, bro.
Dude, yeah, my dad is a sweet guy. And we turned that into a
bong?
gravity bong. And then I remember smoking, and it was like I smoked, and then my brain went offline, and then it felt like I had just like woken up again.
Whoa.
And I was like, I was rubbing my my cheek on my
Friend's
jacket.
cheek? Oh.
Yeah, on my jacket, and like I was like, whoa, that's. And then I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I just like fell out of my chair, like, and then it was like, it was so fun. It was the best.
Bro, I remember you just fucking unlock the memory. I used to, when the first time I smoked weed, I would have conversations with my sisters, and I'd be like, yo, did I just say that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And I'm like, did I just say it? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I just started dying laughing, bro.
It used to be,
Bro,
it used to be a lot of fun.
They showed me a video. It was called, if you speak Spanish, watch this shit. It's called, on YouTube, it's called El Mago de Oz a la Mexicana. Bro, it's a dubbed version of The Wizard of Oz in Spanish.
Yeah.
Bro, I laughed so hard I threw up. Like, it was the hardest. Like, that video, like, it has a special place in my heart. This is the first time I smoked with my sisters.
I told you about that time that like I cut class to go smoke in the parking lot, and then it was the first time I ripped bong, and it was like really bad. It was really intense.
You didn't tell me this.
Well, that's pretty much it. But
Oh.
it was just like a really bad one, and then ever since then it was. I think that's what made it so that like weed was no longer fun. Like it just every time I smoked, it would remind me of that, and it like was like a compounding trauma response.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
then like it was like then it was like I smoke the next time, and then I get a little bit anxious about the last one, and then the third time I do it, I get double anxious because it reminds me of both of those, and then like the 4 or
like
5
a domino effect.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
So
Let me see what other.
yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm
Here, come get on the mic.
Here's Adam's first try.
The first time I did drugs was in high school. Never gonna forget. It was I think my second year in high school, and 420 was on a Friday.
Whoa.
My high school was my high school was half of the high school was college and half of the high school was high school.
Oh,
It's like private schools in Mexico do that for some reason.
that's interesting.
And people from college made
Universidad.
magical brownies, and they were just giving them out to everybody in high school.
How old were you?
16.
Okay.
And me and my friends took some, except one friend, because it was her birthday. One, she was secretly dating like a third cousin. I swear.
Oh wow.
She was secret, and she told her mom we were gonna throw her a huge party, but in reality she was gonna get a ride. Oh, because you couldn't leave If you're in high school, if you're at college, you could leave. So the way you could leave or ditch school is ask somebody from college, be like, can we go in your trunk?
For lunch or like for
lunch or for anything.
So you live on campus?
No, it's just like as soon
just
as you
during school
enter,
hours.
as soon as you enter, they close.
Gotcha.
So she had this whole plan. She already had somebody from college that was gonna take her out, and she was gonna secretly meet her boyfriend / cousin.
Third cousin. That's fair game.
Looks like that.
Not my third cousin. Well, what is a third cousin?
I don't know. She was trying to explain because we always said it was wrong because she would call his mom aunt, like Aunt Jamie or something like that.
I hooked up with my mom's sister's husband's.
Well, that's political, right?
Sister's daughter. So there's no blood relation.
Yeah, that's political. No, I think this was his third cousin. I don't know. It was weird. We always confront her. She would deny, whatever. And we start our class, computer class. I don't know if you guys had that.
Computer class?
Yeah. So as soon as we sit down, I start realizing that my mouse is two mouses. Oh. And everything just starts like moving around, and I turn and I see my friend and she's taking a nap, and I'm like, that's weird. And immediately start getting anxiety. By this time my friend has to leave, but because her mom thought that we were throwing a party for her, she had 2 big Tupperwares, one of rice and one of like pork beans. and she was giving them to us. And we were so freaked out on weed, we didn't know what to do. Me and my friend, we were crying. We're like, what do we do with this?
She cooked the food beforehand for
her
the
mom.
lie? Her mom cooked the food.
Because she thought we were throwing her a party.
Oh.
So she gives us she's like, can you just throw it away, wash it, and give it back? Because my mom wants a Tupperware. We're like, what? It's like huge. I'm talking about like beans like this big and rice.
Man. So it was not it was like a big pot.
Yes. But no, it was like Tupperware. She wanted it back.
Yeah.
And my friend and I are freaking out, crying. We don't know what to do. As soon as we open to like throw away the beans, you've had pork beans, right?
Yeah.
They were like smell so strong. We start crying. We're freaking out. We were this close to going to the nurse school because we couldn't do it. It was really bad.
Did you throw them out?
We did. We watched them.
Did you eat some?
No way. I didn't eat some. It was bad. Like I had the worst anxiety. Well, I suffer from anxiety, so. It's just like we were crying. We were so close to going to the nurse. We threw them out. I took them home, and even my mom was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. It's like Tupperware my friend forgot at school.
It's probably weird, just like dumping out a bunch of beans when you're high.
And it stinks.
Where'd you dump them out at? In the sewer?
No, just like in the grass. My school was huge. Imagine
it was the birds the next day
on the head of an.
It was a Friday,
girl.
so I don't know. It was a Friday, so they must have cleaned it. It probably seemed like throw up.
Girl.
It was bad, and that was the last time I ever had a magical brownie.
Oh.
Never again.
I thought we just went over.
Here you go.
That's crazy that the first time you were high, you were in school.
That's crazy that college kids would do that. And they probably did it on purpose.
I did it after the fact, like a couple times. I would, but I never. Yeah, I would do it. I did it in college some. I remember I was like in love with this girl that was in my math class junior year, and I always wanted to get really high before I went in to see her, so she'd be like, "Whoa, you're high," so she would think I was cool.
It was in college?
In high school.
Oh, in high school. Okay.
Yeah. Before weed did me dirty.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like being like, I have a vice, and that's cool.
Yeah. I wanted her to see my eyes and be like, "Whoa."
Which I mean, but like it's like the whole media is like based around it. Like every like young rapper is like lean and cough syrup, and really Mexican music too. No, I drown my pains away, and it's like.
My ex-boyfriend was a huge pothead.
Here, get the mic, bro.
What?
My ex-boyfriend was like the biggest pothead.
Why are we talking about your ex-boyfriend?
It's not like you haven't talked about your ex-girlfriends. He was a huge pothead, and I remember I'm like, I love this guy, but like, why is he like? I love this guy.
I never heard it described this way.
Don't be jealous.
But like, why does he smoke? And I remember like
because he wants you to think he's cool.
Like, And
Get
all
off
my
of that.
friends, the same
Me
thing.
quiero
She's like,
drogar.
why are you dating like a little marihuano? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to,
Marihuano.
He wanted
Like-
to forget all of his problems.
I was like, I'm trying to get him to stop.
Me
Like, I
quiero
know
olvidar
it was,
todo.
it
Bro,
was
other girls,
low-key embarrassing.
Other girls I ever dated in high school and loved, they would all smoke with me. They would like do drugs and
Yeah,
shit
you
too.
and I in high school would have never dated.
Yeah, all right, buddy. It's because you didn't know me. You didn't know how funny I was in high school.
Yeah, I heard that great grasshopper bit.
Isn't that crazy? The second you try to be funny, you're just not.
Yeah.
Bro,
Remember that time we were about to do the show in Connecticut and like our wrists were just flatlining? We were so nervous. Why were we so nervous?
I thought you were
I
going to
remember I
say
had
in
to
Halloween.
shit. What? For what? What?
When you guys went on stage for Halloween. At Grove.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you're talking about how we sucked?
Yeah, that sucked. I mean, we're up to like 30 seconds
You
now.
guys did like 5 seconds each.
Yeah, I
yeah.
prepared nothing.
right.
That was so stupid.
All right, that's just such an insight thing.
Yeah.
Here, let me turn off your mic item because I can. Because like, bro, I give him a mic, immediately starts talking over us and bringing up things that the listeners won't even know. It's, huh?
Am I being Rachel?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Rachel sucked. Remember when we had her on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was brutal.
Luke's gay!
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's what I mean with like stand up and like performing. Like the second you're like trying to be, we're just like the funniest fucking person. You put a mic in her mouth for a podcast, and she won't let us get a word out.
Yeah! Hi! Okay!
Bro, hey, how about her? I feel so bad. So Rachel works at a coffee shop. We go, she gives us free coffee. We go over yesterday. We're like, hey, free coffee. And then she goes, you guys want to, but you don't go, you don't walk in like that. But she knows that we're there. And she goes, do you want a coffee? And I go,
Wait.
I go, yeah. And she goes, okay. And she rings it up. And she fucking Apple Pays and buys it for, and I'm like, bro, thank you.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, are you sure?
get coffee?
It's because her manager was there.
Oh yeah,
And
I wasn't waiting on the mic. I was meeting him.
her manager was there, and I came up. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" She was like, I'm the manager," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then she was like, "But mostly, I'm a friend." And I was like, "Oh, cool. In that case, let me get a bunch of free shit." And and Rachel was like, she didn't play it cool at all.
Bro,
She's not very good at playing it cool.
fucking, I get there and I tell Rachel, I'm like, yo, could you help me send this text message to, I'm gonna quit my job. And she goes, all right. And she goes, oh, okay. Cause she's like really good at saying that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I told her, like, I was like, who better to ask to help me send a message quitting my job than a person who's quit the most jobs I've ever seen quit in my life.
Yeah,
And she goes, my manager's right there. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, my bad. The camera died. Yeah, the camera died. We've been going on forever.
Oh.
Oh, wait,
All
here.
right, well, let's get off.
All right, Brenda.
Let's save the last question for the next one.
All right. All right.
Got to get this guy to bed.
This has been. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. 135.
This has been episode 135 of the Keep On Trucking podcast. Yeah. Oh no! 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 No!
Are you calling me a racist?